That might be my fault. It was my fault. Hi, how is everyone? How are you guys? Um, so today I was hoping to read, but I, per usual, did not have my stuff together today. Um, I feel like this is very common on Sundays when I haven't had like a full 12 hours to prep. That I just my life is never together. Don't mind my bra strap showing. That's some of what we have to do today. Okay, so I have my bridal shower later today. Fun times, right? Hey, what's up? But I still wanted to jump on, especially since I had to cancel live sprints on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. So I still wanted to jump on and make sure that I saw everyone and that we were like being productive and reading and doing productivity together. So I was like, "You know what? I'm still gonna have them. I'm just gonna have them earlier, since and I'm only gonna do 2 hours instead of 1." So here we are, 9 o'clock. For some reason in my head, even though, I'm the one that scheduled it, I have it on my calendar, I have reminders set. I was like, "Yeah, it starts at 10." No, no, what am I thinking? What is this is my brain right now. Some people are like, "How do you keep all your stuff, like, all together running 2 readathons, getting married, working full time?" I don't. I don't. Like, I very obviously don't. So, but I was like, "You know what, though? I'm not gonna cancel this last minute." And it's just kinda been, like, a screwy past few weeks, I feel like, with my schedule. I'm hoping after today that things normalize, we'll see. But, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna pop on and I'll just get ready and pull together the stuff that I need to pull together, that I was planning to do between 9 and 10, and we'll just go from there." So I'm gonna be getting ready, and I figured that you guys could read or work, and, I am thinking, because I have Spirit City Lo-Fi on, I am thinking that, I might listen to my audiobook. So that way I'm still, like, being productive, getting my reading on, all the normal things. Um, so that's kinda where my head is right now. So I don't know. Um, I can't see chat for some reason. It doesn't wanna work today. So let me see what we can do here. We got that? Oh, it's because it's floating over here. So, not that I thought anyone was chatting. It's very early in the morning. So I'm like, it's totally fine if no one is. Um, so anyways, so yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're definitely gonna be running productivity sprints today. I'm gonna be getting ready on screen for a little bit. I'm hoping just like hold on, let me make this bigger. I'm hoping that I somehow can blow dry my hair and curl most of it within an hour. But I have very fine hair and I have a lot of it. So it might take a little bit longer. But that being said, let me turn up the music from Spirit City. If you guys don't want music, you can mute the stream while we run our sprints. Since we are doing I'm like trying to think because normally when we do our longer sprints, we do longer ones. I'm thinking that we just do 2 sessions today. So really quick sprint, not very long at all. But do 2 sessions today, 50 minutes each, 10 minutes for a short break where I check in, and then we call it a day. How do we feel about that? Are we good? All right, let's get started. I know I did not wait long enough for anyone's input, but I feel like we need to get the day started. So let's just go ahead and jump in. If these are too long for some reason, feel free to split them up for like 20 minutes, 5-minute break, etc. So, okay, cool. hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Did I just miss our break because I'm so engrossed in doing my makeup and listening to my book that I just, like, completely forgot that I was doing reading sprints and missed our break. I definitely did miss the break. Whoops, my bad. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Someone should have said something. Anyways, hi. How did you guys do? What are you reading? What are you working on? I obviously was fairly productive. I got my coffee. I'm almost done with my makeup, which I'm like, is this eye darker than this one? That's why like I was like looking at my eyes. And I don't think it is. I think it's just the shadow, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, it's probably because I was bawling my eyes out last night. If you're not in Discord, last night I finished reading with my eyeball. I am. It's the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and it's like way funnier and cuter than I thought it was going to be. And so I'm really happy that I read it. But anyways, so I finished All the Colors of the Dark last night. And I'm just like, I was literally like anticipating it destroying me just because of like how my experience has been with this entire book. And it definitely did. I'll admit to that. I posted on my Instagram story like when the book emotionally destroys you. Because I had puffy eyes last night. I have puffy eyes right now, I think, which is, I think, probably why my makeup looks a little wonky, but I'll check it in better light before I leave my house. Don't worry. Um, so for my bridal shower today, I do have to go to the store on my way out. It's at 2, so like I have time, but it's at my mom and dad's, which is like an hour away. So I fell in love with Hope and it's hitting. Oh, so you're rereading? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you say that. Sorry, I missed that. I just read it as one word. What is that about? Because I feel like that's part of like what like just reading that title, I fell in love with Hope. Like I feel like that's why I kind of liked All the Colors of the Dark too, because a lot of it was about like keeping hope, staying positive even when like you think all is lost. How sometimes they say like there are some quotes on there and there's one that's something like because I like to think that even the smallest amount of hope can basically win and like prove fruitful and like become the impact the outcomes so that it's a more pot and I feel like that's why I liked it. So if that book is anything like the title, I might like that too. So tell me what that's about if you want to. You don't have to. I can look it up. But yeah, so my bridal shower is at 2, but it's at my parents' house and they live about an hour away from me. So I have to leave here. I'm actually probably gonna leave right after the sprint is done, so a little after 11, I'm thinking. But I fixed my dress. Hopefully it stays. I used tape, but I did it by myself, so I can't apply any to the back, which would like help if I could do like a full strap, but Dominic's not here. Um, so yeah, but um, and then I did my hair, obviously. I'm like, you guys probably are like, who is this person? Because I rarely wear makeup and I rarely do my hair like really well. Like I might blow dry it and like do like a loose like blowout curl with my blow brush, but like I rarely actually curl my hair these days just because I was really focused on like trying to make it healthier for the wedding. So, but hi, hello. Um And I couldn't find my normal concealer, and the concealer I picked up is so light, I feel like I look like a ghost. Like, I look normal on here, but when I see myself in my mirror, I'm like, I look really pasty pale. But at the same time, I would be pasty pale anyways, just the only difference is I have naturally, like, red cheeks, so I'm like so I feel like it just is helping with that. But even, like, I didn't wanna, like, cake on too much, foundation, so I'm just like, "I don't know how to fix this, so we're just gonna look pasty pale because I never wear full makeup, so it was described to you as a breakfast club for the terminally ill, and it that fit okay. Yeah, I think I would like that, and it would probably hit me hard. I'm not, like, a bit like, I would say, like, my main genres that I really like are, um and I think that's also why All the Colors of the Dark kinda, like, hit me off guard because it's like a mystery thriller crime book. Like, there's not, there's not these, like, overarching themes, like, there is love in it, but, like, there's not these overarching themes of romance and stuff, and, like, I'm just, like, not I normally don't read those books because I get bored with them, and I got sucked in, and so I'm just like, I don't know, like, I feel like it just, like, hit me so different because I didn't expect nor want what you would consider typical in a mystery thriller crime book. So, it just hit me so much more, but I feel like, since to be honest, I don't know if I'll ever get over losing Harper. Like, I know that and to be very honest with you, like, that was my dog, but she was my dog through so much stuff. She was, like, my first, baby, my first animal I got on my own, and, like, I don't know if I'll ever necessarily, like, fully get over her leaving us, even though I know, like, she's obviously in probably, hopefully, a better place and whatnot, but, like, it's one of those things where, like, it was just so sudden, and it just hurts me so much to think about it that I don't know if I'll ever get over and I'm sure that as I continue to get older and lose other animals and other people in my life, that it will just become more relevant across more experiences, but right now, that's, like, kind of the primary one, and so I feel like when I sit here and think about, like, yeah, like, eventually one day, like, I'll get over that, and I'll be able to read that, and it won't impact me as much, I don't think it will because the one-liners, like, I love a quotable book, even if it's a romantasy or a like, I love a good quotable book, and that's why I loved All the Colors of the Dark, like, it was such just the lines in it were such heavy hitters, and a lot of them were focused on, like, hope. How do you live your life while experiencing this emotion and this thing? And when you real like, there's one line in there, and it says, something basically around the idea of, like, "And she didn't cry." And it was, like, the first time that she had thought of him and didn't cry, and how that, like, impacted her and how she's like, "Is this" she doesn't, like, go on to talk about it, but it's just, like, that statement, and I'm like, I relate to that so much right now because, like, I have days like that where I'm like, "Oh, like, I'm thinking about her and I didn't cry, like, am I forgetting her? Am I not grieving her anymore?" But then, like, the next day, I'll be like a hot mess, so it was very interesting, so I feel like I would probably like that Skeeto because that, like I think that hope, that and that drive to, like, live your life to the fullest even when the odds are against you, like, I think that is just so, um even though I'm living my life and the odds are not against me right now, like, they aren't, but I think it's just so relatable in different ways. Yeah. It really does, it really does. So, um, we think that she had a rare form of leukemia, and we never got a definitive answer, but they basically ran every other test that they could, and they didn't find anything wrong with her. And it was over 4 weeks, and this rare form of leukemia, it, has a max lifespan of 60 days after it's diagnosed. Normally, it's not because it's very so normally it's like 15 to 30 days is the average lifespan, and so, um, it was super hard, and but yeah, but that's why Skeeto, like, I'm like, I know we need to move to our next thing. I read this book with my work, and everybody is like, "We don't think that, like, we don't like this book as much as you like it. And I think the reason why I like it so much though is because of that raw emotion and being able to take the words that are being applied to a completely different situation, but that feeling and that emotion. And you're like, yeah, like I can't say that I feel exactly how, Saint, who's one of the main characters, feels right now, but I know what it feels like to lose something and to feel lost and to be grieving, and but at the same time to also be hopeful. There's also Pat, she's one of the other characters. He asks the question like, is hope sometimes worse than actual like answers and reality and facts? And I think it is, because I also experienced that with her. And I'm sure I'll experience that in other areas too, where you don't know the answers and you don't know the right decisions and you're kind of guessing, and every day is a new day, but it sucks at the same time. And you're just like, how do I know what the right thing to do is when I'm waiting on test results, when we don't have the diagnosis, when we, like, it's not like she can sit here and even tell me what's wrong. You're just guessing, you're just looking at her, and because you know them, you're like, "No, something's not right." So it's just like, like, and I'm like, "I get it." Like, and he's talking about it for a completely different situation, but I get it, because when I think of that in how I've experienced it, that was hard. So it's like I might not, it's not the same, but because it's relatable, yeah. So, Skeeto, I feel for you. Grab a box of tissues if you don't have one, and know that it is okay. Like, that is the biggest thing with losing her. Like, I started seeing a therapist almost right away, and I'm just like, I feel like people don't understand and are like, it was just a dog, it was just your animal. How do I grieve her? Like, I didn't know what was acceptable. And um if you find the biggest piece of advice that I saw online to help me, because obviously I had to go back to work and I had to function in our household, and I still have days where it's up and down and this and that, and it's like, how do you still grieve them and handle that and address and acknowledge those feelings without it becoming so overwhelming that you're like shutting down? And one of the things I read was to allocate time. So if the emotions come on, say, okay, I will feel these for 5 or 10 minutes. I will get it all out and then distract myself with something else. And that's one of the best things that helped me. Um, but my own therapist has said everybody grieves differently and don't ever feel ashamed for how you're grieving. And so if my fiance yesterday was like, "Are you okay?" Because I literally was crying in the last 30 minutes I was reading the book. And I said, "Yeah, like I'm fine." He's like, "Is it about," he said, "Is it about Harper?" And I said, "No, it's the book." And like, like it is, but it isn't. And he's like, "Can I do anything?" And I said, "No, I'm okay. Like, I'll be okay." So do whatever you need to do. That's the end of my monologue here, because I know we're super over on time. All right, let's do another 50 minutes, and then I probably won't chat much after this one ends. I might go get a book and read a little because I have time. So yeah, let's go ahead and read and be productive, get back to our books and whatever we're working on today. So I will see you guys in about 50 minutes. Sorry, I'm muted. My bad, guys. Okay. Also, why did the game stop sharing? That was weird. Okay. Sorry. It's obviously been a day and I have a lot going on in my brain. Um, so what I was saying is that I did get the appointments added to my calendar. I didn't need to like schedule the nail appointment, but I needed to update it because my mom and sister are now going with me. Um, that's for like right the Thursday before the wedding. The next issue and like thing that I'm debating though, and I'm like, I feel like I need to ask people who've already got married. So we're not going on a honeymoon and it should be fixed now. It was muted. I can tap a button on here and mute it, and I thought I tapped it off, but I didn't. So that's why. But we should be good now. Um so yeah, so anyways, and there's just like a delay. So yeah, so sorry. But we're trying to figure out because we've had multiple people ask us like, what are we doing on Sunday? Are you guys doing anything on Sunday? What are, like, what about brunch or something like that? And we're like, okay, we get that, but I don't know what it is, but ever since I want to say like probably Charlie out. Sorry, I had to yell at Charlie. She was doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing. So, but I feel like ever since COVID, grouping, like finding somewhere that accepts groups larger than 6 to 8 people is super hard. To like, I feel like you used to be able to call in like a reservation and be like, yeah, we're gonna have like 10 people coming, blah blah blah. And like they'd be like, oh yeah, no big deal, like show up at this time, we'll get you in. And I feel like that has just gone away. And the only way to do that is if you like agree to reserve a room or a space, and then you have this huge food and beverage. So I was like, well, maybe we'll just cater in here into our house and do Cracker Barrel because it's like easy and it's right down the street. And it's their catering actually is pretty affordable for the most part. But I'm like, are there certain things though to like, can we get like the base package? And then are there certain things where like, could I make like an extra casserole or something, to like, but I'm also at this point in the wedding where I'm like, but will I want to do that? And will I have time to do it before the wedding? And I don't know the answer. And I'm like, I don't want to overcommit myself and then not be able to like do it. But I sent it to Dom. I sent the price estimate to Dom, and he said that it's that's not that bad. Where we would have pancakes, scrambled eggs, and turkey. Or sorry, not turkey, bacon. Then I would probably get from the store turkey bacon and see how that looks. And so but it's like $100 for like the pancakes, the eggs, the bacon, which serves 10 people and we'll probably have anywhere between 10 and 12. So I'm like, I feel like that would be enough. In addition to me making like I would probably like you can find like a copycat recipe for like hash brown casserole. So like I would like make some stuff where I could like have it ready and then I just gotta throw it in the oven. But I'm like, is that too much though? Guys, like I need input. Is that too much? Yeah. See, well, and I agree. And like we went to Hawaii with my mom's side, not like 2 years ago, I think, a year ago. I can't remember. 2 years ago. And it was so easy to book for large groups there. But here, they just like, nope, we're not, they just don't do it. Like so I live south of Florence, Kentucky, which is south of Cincinnati, just giving you guys areas. And Florence has every imaginable restaurant and then some. And almost none of them do large group reservations. I called a couple, they're not doing them. I called one, the option was to rent their room. I'm like, I don't wanna do, and these aren't, like, nice places. These are, like, your normal run-of-the-mill chain places, and they don't do them. And I'm like, I don't want us to show up with, like, 12 people and they be like, "Sorry, it's a 3-hour wait." Because, like, some of them live far away, so they could, like, do brunch and then leave. But, they'll need to leave right away. So I don't know what to do. I'm like, am I committing myself to too much? Should we do, like, the mix like I was talking where we get some food from Cracker Barrel and then we have, other food because we're also basically, like, catering our wedding too, so, like, ourselves, like, we don't have a caterer for it. So I'm just like, "What do I do?" And I don't know what to do. Anyways, how did we do with reading? I so just in these 2 sprints, after I finished blow drying my hair because I couldn't hear anything when I was doing that, I made it to like about halfway through chapter 15. Um, and there's 30 chapters. I'm really hoping that I can finish this today, but I don't know if I'll be able to. But I am hoping that I can. So we'll have to see. I would love it if I could finish this today. It is I know, I know. And Angel, I was a corporate event planner for 5 years, and I was talking to Novel Nomad last night, who is one of my mods. She's also, like, an IRL friend, and she's like I was just like, "I'm so sorry, like, my brain is everywhere right now. No matter how many lists, how many things I put on my calendar, like, I need to get into a better routine of just, like, checking my day every single day, even on like, normally on weekends, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, like, I have this going on." No, like, I need to check every single day because I'm really busy right now, just between, like, hair appointments, nail appointments, um, bridal shower, like, all the things are just, constantly accumulating, and so I'm like, I feel like because my life is so hectic, I need to get into the routine of checking my schedule every morning. And so Novel Nomad, love her. She's like, "Is there anything that I can do to help you?" And I was like, "Honestly, like, no, I just need to, like, get my shit together." Like, I don't know, like, not even get it together because my shit is kind of together. I need to get it more together than what it is to feel sane. And I'm like, "Not really, but, thanks for offering." So you're hoping to finish Dungeon Crawler Carl today as well? Yeah, so I'm doing the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I'm a big physical book reader, but this one I've been doing on audio just because since it's like a cozy fantasy romance type thing, I wasn't sure how much I would like it. I do like it a lot more than I thought I would, but I was worried it would like slog to like get through it. So I'm doing that one on audio, but I do have the physical, so I might take that to my parents just because 'cause I'm gonna get there a little bit early. And then I was kind of like, "What should I do next?" And thinking, "Okay, it's January 18th." I was like, "I wanna knock out The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year," because that's like a holiday crime book. That stuff doesn't bother me, but it is a holiday crime book, so I wanna, like, knock that out. Um, did we find another spirit? I don't really know how this works. You're supposed to be able to find the spirits, but I don't know how it works. So, all I know is that I keep getting these monies to, like, buy new things. So, that's all I know. I guess we can check. Yeah, see, no, like, I don't know. I need to, like, look at that probably to figure it out. But anyways, so yeah, so I have that to finish, which to get to their house, it's anywhere between 40 minutes to an hour. And, so I'll knock out some good probably, like, 4 chapters depending on how long they are, which I feel like will put me in a good spot. But then, yeah, I was wanting to start The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, but I don't know if I'll get to it today or not. So we'll have to see. Yeah, Angel, I deterred from physical planners last year. Like the start of last year, I was like, I'm not gonna do a physical planner. I have a physical reading journal and journal that I keep for just like writing and then obviously like my book stuff. But in terms of an actual planner, I don't have one. I do digital planning, which works, but right now it's really hard just because I think I'm so busy and I normally only check it when I'm working. So, Missy, you enjoy the secret so okay, so that's what I heard. So, I am sitting here and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So I'm like kind of worried about that, right? I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And then I like saw in a row because the internet listens to us, right, guys? So then I saw like right in a row, like two or three different creators say that it was okay, but I like the second one better. And I have the second one, but I felt like I needed to read the first one. I don't know why, because they're not connected. Like they're not a series. So why did I have to read? I don't know. But everybody that I've seen has said I like the second one better than the first one. The first one was good, but I like the second one better. So I'm like, all right. I actually what I really like is that in the audiobook of it, I like the accent of Jamie because he sounds like a I don't anyways. So that's why I like it because then he says stuff and you're like, "Oh, he's falling for her." And like you can like tell that they're like falling for each other. I just got past the part where they lock them in like the cupboard together and he's like, "I don't understand," or in the pantry, I think. He's like, "I don't understand why they're locking us in the pantry. Like, what would we do in here?" And she's like, "Really? You can't," and then, like Mika's like, "Really? You can't think of anything that we do locked in a pantry together?" That's what I was laughing about. So, as I said, it's a lot cuter than what I thought it was gonna be. Um, yeah. 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 I don't know. I'm like debating, like I think Woo, sorry. I'm debating. I'm thinking like I might need to get a physical planner because I just feel so scatterbrained right now. So, okay, cool. I'm very hard to do 5 stars, but it's like I have very little 5 I use like a it's basically based on the call pile method, if you guys have heard of that from G, who does Aurelium. It's like her rating style, and I thought I started doing it like her way, and I was like, that's like sometimes a book just like feels really good when you're reading it, or like the like if it's like a physical copy, but it's a special edition and like it elevated the experience because like you're really excited to read it because it looks really pretty too. So then you read it and you're like, yes. So my version adds on what I call it's called pile dash M. And I also simplified it a lot, but the dash M are like bonus feelings, like bonus points that you can add, which can elevate you above like a 5-star rating. So I think the highest you can get is like a 5.25 on it for mine, but it still is really hard for me to give a 5-star rating. Most of my books average anywhere between 3 to 4.5 stars. My goal is to have less 3 stars moving forward. Because I'm like, if I'm giving a book a 3-star, that means I really did not enjoy it. Whereas, like, I could have a book that's a 4-star and I still really enjoyed it. But there's like something about it that like took me out of it. Like, um, maybe there was a lot of misspellings or like maybe a word like like Slaying the Shifter Prince. I gave that 4.75 stars. I love that book. It was so good. And like some of my like like elevated it. My bonus things elevated it. That's why it was so high. But it also got docked because there was one word that she kept using that was irking me something different. I'm like, dude, that like she's saying all these other cuss words, but she won't say this one word. And I can't even it wasn't damn. I don't think it was what was it? Was it shit? I think it was shit, and she kept saying shite. And I'm like, "Is that like a thing? Is that a thing?" Which like I think she's from a different country, the author, but I'm like, "But you say every other word perfectly fine. Why are you saying shite?" Like what? Every time I saw it, it just like pulled me out of the story. I was like, "Mother," so it got docked a point for that. So, yeah. It's so the one I use, it's called Cawpile. It's Cawpile. If you search for it online, you'll find it. And my version, it's a little bit different. Like I basically took that and modified it to fit my reading style. So, so yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 3 stars normally means that I didn't like it. So, and if I give it lower than that, then I really didn't like it. Then I really did not like it. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Angel. Okay, and that's the thing, like, I know it's a thing, like, my future brother-in-law is from England. My grandpa was from England. I'm like, "I know that shite is a thing, but for whatever reason, because every other word was fine, and no other words were spelled and, like, the British, like, spelling you know how, like, color is COLOUR and stuff like that? Like, nothing else was different except for shite, and I'm just like, "What the what why is it this one word that's different?" If there would've been more, I would've been like, "Okay, that's fine." But it was just that one word. And there well, was it shite? See, look, now I'm was it shite? It wasn't shite. That was a different book. But I still had the same gripe. The word that it was for slaying the shifter prince, it was arse. She kept saying arse, which again, I know it's very British, but she said the F word, she said the P word for females, you know what I mean? She said the D word. She said in that book, she didn't say shite, she said shit regularly. Arse was a different book, or not, sorry, not Arse. Shite was a different book, but still, I'm just like, why are there all the, and you know what? If she would have had shite and arse, I would have been like, okay, it's fine. Like, she's obviously from the UK, but she didn't. And I'm like, so it's one word. So, but yeah. Anyways, all right, I gotta get going. I gotta run to the store before I go to my bridal shower. I gotta get the dog put away, so I have to go. But thank you guys so much for talking to me. It did. It definitely gave me the ick. And as I said, if there had been multiple other words spelled that way, I would have been fine. That's happened to me twice now where it's given me the ick. So, but I still rated it really high because I did really enjoy the book. So, all right. Well, I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. I know we were a little earlier than normal today and shorter by an hour. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, whether it's Sunday or a different day where you are. And or evening, whatever time it is for you. I hope that you get to enjoy it and relax a little and get some more reading and productive tasks done if that's what your goal is for the day. I will see you guys again. I will be back on Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. EST. I don't know what that is in other time zones, but yeah, there's calculator. Put it in Google. It can help you. I don't think it's scheduled yet on my YouTube because I need to do that probably tonight. But I will do that, and then as long as you're subscribed to the channel, it should send you can hit, like, the notify me, and then it'll remind you, and then if you're in Discord, there are also events on there too. So, I will see you guys all later. I hope you guys have an awesome day again, and thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me ramble, about shite and arse. Alright, bye.